Well, last week we brought you a story about infant mortality rates in North Carolina and what organizations have planned to help improve those rates. Our Ford Sanders joins us here in the studio. And Ford, I know North Carolina has some of the worst rates nationwide. So tell us more about what you were able to find out.
Julianne, according to the Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Carolina, our state is ranked 11th when it comes to these mortality rates. Now, I caught up with the organization's associate medical director to learn more about what they plan to do to help this.
Our goal is to reduce maternal infant mortality by 50% over 5 years.
A large goal, but one that Dr. Kia Williams with the Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Carolina is hopeful about. North Carolina ranks as one of the worst states in terms of infant and maternal mortality rates. But what's even more concerning are the racial disparities within that problem.
We know that health disparities among marginalized communities, communities of color, rural communities, all are contributing to the high disparity rates in maternal and health outcomes in our state.
Now the insurance company wants to get in on the race to improve these disparities.
We have targeted $2 million to organizations who are actively working in North Carolina to address these issues.
So what about Eastern North Carolina?
We are concerned about the eastern and western part of the state. We know that some of those areas are what we call maternity health deserts. So there's not a lot of access to not just routine maternal care, but particularly when there are high-risk health concerns. And so getting access to some of the specialty care.
Let's take a look at some statistics. In Pitt County, the white infant mortality rate was 3.5 per 1,000 births. For Hispanic babies, it was 8.5, and for black babies, a total of 16.7 per 1,000 births. The state of North Carolina sits at a rate of an average of 7 per 1,000 live births.
7 per 1,000 in the state of North Carolina. So that literally means out of all the births happening, out of all 1,000 births, 7 of those children will die.
Unfortunately. Yeah. So this is why we cannot ignore this.
So what's the solution?
If we target these disparities and we target these impacted communities, that it will result in overall improved health of all members of our community across the entire state.
And for those interested, Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Carolina does have that $2 million that they're putting towards this cause. You can head over to WNCT.com for more information on deadlines and how to apply, plus some more statistics. For now in the studio, Ford Sanders, 9 on your side.